Winners have emerged in the 14th Wole Soyinka Award for Investigative Journalism, with print journalists dominating the list. A total of 13 journalists were awarded and commended at the award ceremony, which held on Monday in Lagos, Nigeria. There is more in this next report. As the world commemorates the International Anti-Corruption Day for 2019, the Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism is celebrating journalists whose works have exposed corruption in the public and private sectors in Nigeria. One of those being recognized is Ibanga Isine of the Next Edition newspaper. The 2015 CNN African Journalist Awardee emerged the overall winner for the night, bagging the Investigative Journalist of the Year award for his 27-page report on how bribe-taking security operatives force Nigerians to pay dearly for food. Receiving the award, Isine charged journalists not to be discouraged by the recent clampdown on the media by the government.
Journalism is not a crime. We are going through a lot in this country, and it's as if the government sees us as enemy, or we are enemies of state. In spite of that, I want to encourage our colleagues everywhere in this country to stand up and do the needful. If we allow our pens to rest, this country will disintegrate.
Of the 194 journalists who sent in entries this year, only 13 were awarded and commended. One of them is Samson Folari, a reporter from the Punch newspaper who emerged top in the print category. He shares with us a story that bagged him this award.
It was about a senior lecturer who forged certificates, plagiarized, and he had been in the system for years. You understand? So we discovered it and then we started reporting on it. But this guy was being protected by very powerful people in the system. It was like nothing was going to happen. But because we continued, were consistent, it was eventually suspended, sacked, and the certificates and everything were withdrawn. You understand? So, I am happy about the fact that I was able to get results at the end of that report. And I believe that the system will be the better for it.
The Anti-Corruption Defender Award was received by Amnesty International for efforts to promote press freedom and human rights.
It's a big boost for us. It's actually made it possible for us to know that this work we are doing, even though we don't get accolades often, it's a recognition that we are doing great work. It's also an encouragement for us to do more, and most especially to keep the team going. Because oftentimes when we are attacked, we do not expect it because we think we are doing a great job, which is providing service to everyone. And we are calling for account where injustice has happened. So you don't expect to be attacked for doing this work. But increasingly, groups like us, human rights defenders, are getting attacked. So getting an award like this means that defending human rights is something to be proud of, and it's something that should be encouraged.
Through this award launched in 2005, the Wole Soyinka Center has encouraged investigative reporting among Nigerian journalists. The group is also challenging journalists to go beyond just reporting stories to ensuring their works have meaningful impact on the society.
It's very important to keep this going to ensure that the media, investigative journalism in particular, is exposed and then we get impact. So one thing we ask our journalists when we run trainings for them is, yes, it's good and fantastic to do stories, but after the stories, what next? So we drive our journalists, we drive those that we train, that beyond just doing stories, you have to ensure that your story has an impact to it. What is the response that it has gotten?
In the past 14 years, the Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism has produced 48 laureates and 9 investigative journalists of the year. The group is, however, seeking improved funding to continue this award, which has now risen to become one of the most prestigious in Nigeria. Fidelea Aguncha, TV 360, Lagos.